The 90s. Simpler times with simpler games. But you know what? It didn't really matter. There was something about the 90s that really led the way for video games today. And Tekken is no exception. If you were a kid back then, you remember spending all your money getting quarters to play Tekken 3, a 3D fighter that had crazy characters, crazy moves. It's just a lot of fun. But you know, there was another kid on the block. And that was Mortal Kombat. Brutal, blood, fighting, also crazy characters, fatalities. It's honestly one of the craziest games I'd ever seen. And, you know, there's a lot of talk about which one is better. So in today's video, we're gonna try to compare Tekken 3 with Mortal Kombat, both icons in the fighting games. Each has their unique abilities, unique styles, and unique fighting. So, Mortal Kombat is a 2D fighter. You move left and right, you punch, you kick, you do some special abilities, while Tekken is 3D, you can move around in a 3D plane. So the playing field is 3D, and honestly, there is quite a difference between 3D and 2D. Mortal Kombat has dabbled in 3D, and that's the first Mortal Kombat game that I remember playing, Mortal Kombat 4. I know, it's not Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat 2 or Mortal Kombat 1, but for me, it was amazing. And they had iconic characters. Sub-Zero is one of the most iconic characters in any franchise in the world. He's been in multiple games. There's even been movies, which we will touch on later. And who doesn't remember this beautiful 3D, blood splatting all over, having weapons? Honestly, it was super fun as a kid. And it's one of the memories that I cherish. But we can't deny the fact that Tekken also has some iconic characters, such as Jin Kazama. I remember playing Tekken 3, and Jin with the fire pants, you know, kicking, punching his way through the whole arcade. Honestly, super iconic character. Tekken's storyline is also really, really good, and it's currently still ongoing today. Can you believe that? It's been over 20 years, and the storyline is still ongoing. Something that Mortal Kombat hasn't kept, as Mortal Kombat has gone through at least 3 timeline changes in the past 20 to 30 years. But you know, storyline aside, how do the games play today? You know, Mortal Kombat has actually changed their gameplay quite a lot, while Tekken has progressed with the same fighting style for the past 20 years. So if you're familiar with Tekken 3, you could still do some of the same moves from Tekken 3 to today, but Mortal Kombat has completely changed, it feels like, in almost every game. So you get used to one, and then the next they change it, and then the next they change it. For example, you remember the 3D era Xbox, up to Xbox 360, you know, you had 3D, you had weapons, different fighting styles, and that was a lot of fun. But, you know, then Mortal Kombat 9 came out, and, you know, they brought it back a little bit to the 2D era, no more 3D, and it was fun. I think Mortal Kombat 9 had the most competitive feeling game in Mortal Kombat that I've played. And I feel like a lot of people would agree with that statement. From Mortal Kombat 9, they did go into Mortal Kombat X, which was really good, in my opinion, probably the best Mortal Kombat game of all time. For Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11 felt, I don't know, it felt good, but it didn't really sell me that it was fun. It was a lot of cheap combos. And honestly, I wasn't really thrilled with it. And I thought, you know, Mortal Kombat 1 was going to be a game changer. I thought that was going to be the game that, you know, brings Mortal Kombat back to Mortal Kombat 9. And, you know, at first it was fun. They added aerial combos, and they added combo chains that could, go on close to 50% of your health. It was, it was fun at first. But now with the cameo system, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel that fun anymore. Here comes a contender, Tekken 8. Tekken 8 has been under development for the past few years following the success of Tekken 7. Tekken 7 could have been a make it or break it game for the Tekken developers, and luckily it had a lot of success, and so many people started playing it professionally, competitive, and it really brought back the fan base back to Tekken. And it definitely brought me back too. I haven't played Tekken since like Tekken 4. So I took definitely a long hiatus with Tekken, and I feel like a lot of people did too. And Tekken 7 just felt great, felt amazing. Graphics were great. And it's just fresh air, playing a 3D fighter. There really isn't any 3D fighters with the budgets that Tekken has back today. Virtua Fighter hasn't been here for a while, and it's really amazing to see that Tekken is still here, still doing great, still producing amazing gameplay and characters. The storyline is still going, and honestly, I'm pretty excited for Tekken 8, and I have a feeling Tekken 8 is the right move forward for the Tekken franchise, and that might be, the commercial success that Tekken needs to bring it back to the mainstream. So definitely for gameplay in today's era between Mortal Kombat 1 and Tekken 8, I definitely would say Tekken 8 is on the upper hand, and it's honestly a much more fun and competitive fighting game with actual skill. There is no denying that both franchises have brought us countless hours of fun, movies, memorabilia, collectibles, and honestly, I don't see either franchise disappearing anytime soon. Both have had their ups and downs, but throughout the ages, they both have succeeded at giving